We're starting off high.
We can get a two fools agree on that one. Oh, by the way, look, we got the wide shot.
There was you had accountability. Now what I can
Now all you need is a podcast and a YouTube channel.
No, not even.
Where give me the money. Show me the money.
Apparently there's a Foolproof page.
Shoot the J. Shoot it. Live on Facebook.com/Foolproof Entertainment Network. I need you on Twitter. I need you to repost the Facebook pages.
To raise a human before I would
trust a human to raise a pack of wolves.
Before I would trust a pack of humans to raise a wolf.
Right. I hear you. Yo, what up, fools? Welcome to another edition of Do Fools Agree. As always, I'm your host, Michael Reggie, here with my main man, Clifford Jordan Jennings.
Tis I.
Tis thee.
Tis thee.
Tis me.
Tis me.
Oh, man.
How you feeling?
Dude, this week, boy.
You told me a little about it.
Yeah, it's murder, but we're getting there. I had to I had to communicate bad news to leadership today, and about 10 minutes after I sent it, I got a meeting on my calendar for Monday. So at least they let me live the weekend. I sent my boss a text. I'm like, so if I'm on the firing squad, can you at least give me a heads up? And can you make sure they don't pull the trigger until next Friday, which is when our incentive compensation pays out?
Right. Listen.
I might be able to ride that for a minute, but nah. And I mean, at the end of the day, I kid about being on the firing line, but
right.
It's bad shit. Like, it's stuff that someone should have picked up probably 3 months ago, or picked up on 3 months ago. And we're finding out about it like a month and a half before we're supposed to go live. So it's dumb shit like that. And we're getting there.
Never mind.
It is what it is. And, I have a house guest this week.
A house guest?
So obviously I have my son, Thursday through Sunday morning. He came with a buddy this time because X is out of town. So I have one fat Puggle that is sitting on my couch.
Louis in the building,
Louis V is in the building. Louis Graybeard. looking very Obama-ish right now.
Not Obama-ish.
Mm-hmm.
He looking real, salt and pepper?
Oh, yeah, man. Whole face, whole snout's gray now. It's like, dude, life's not been kind to you. And all you do is sit on the couch.
They've been kind to a lot of us. Right? I don't know.
I mean, it's working out for me right now, but yeah. I just beat nature to the punch. I said, fuck you, Mother Nature.
Right. Till it start popping up in your beard.
Right. Well, and I'm all right with that. I had the, when I was growing hair, when I was growing it out and not, dealing with this shit, this hairline, I had the Mr. Fantastic streaks. Where I had the silver on the sides. Yeah, man. It was a distinguished look. I didn't mind it. What I minded was that this line used to be here, and then it was here, and then it was here, and now it's like here. And I'm not doing the Jean-Luc Picard. My uncles do that shit. I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
That's the Carl Winslow.
Make it so.
That's that horseshoe.
Right, exactly.
That horseshoe jump off.
I don't need the horseshoe.
Uncle Phil.
Right. Oh, man. So... That's my week.
Look like you wear your glasses on backwards.
or or at the very tip of your nose. So you can look up and not be in them. Is the bifocal thing. Oh, man. So, what's going on with you, man? How was your week?
It was the same old shit. I mean, like, you know how it is. Like, it's to the point now where, especially at least work-wise, the rough weeks run so far back to back that it becomes the new normal.
Right.
So
I hear you.
It's just the same shit. As long as I can keep up, I don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean?
No, I get it. And I mean, if it's the new normal, it's the new normal. Like, what are you supposed to do? Just keep on living.
Keep up, right? Keep up. That's all you can do.
Oh, man. You got any inadvertence to get us going?
I do have an inadvert.
Well, let's hear it.
It's another spicy one that I probably shouldn't say.
Oh, I love the spicy ones. I like my inadvertent thoughts like I like my women. Hot takes and spicy.
So, I was getting ready for work. I don't know if it was today or it was yesterday. And you know how like the Apple News shit will pop up on your phone or whatever? I don't remember what I was doing, but it popped up on my phone while it was unlocked. Like I must have scrolled too far over one way or something.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like interested by any means. I try to I'd stay out of it.
Right.
But I just so happened to look down and one of the articles said how Russia's new military
strategy is going to drive up gas prices or some shit like that, or energy
could drive
prices.
up your power bill.
Right.
And I thought to myself, somebody has to do something about this. Listen, somebody has to do something
Stop
about
Putin
this.
now.
Listen,
I can't afford
fuck the presidential tampering. Fuck all that presidential tampering. Fuck the bots online. Fuck the social discord with the bullshit. Fuck the military nukes that you're probably building right now. You start driving up a nigga power bill.
You gonna see
Biden gotta be on something.
You gotta
call a meeting. Do something about it. Fuck that.
Joe, we're going to need you to handle this. We've kind of forgotten about the Capitol riot. We've kind of forgotten about election tampering. They about to drive up our energy bills. You better be handling some shit.
Oh, y'all better handle
Grandpa
something.
Joe.
Motherfuckers done dealt with a lot recently.
That's true.
You better handle this. You better fucking handle this.
And dude, you made a comment about it earlier, but man, I filled up the tank in the Explorer and the shit cost me like $60. Like, the fuck? I'm over it.
See, right now, the only
why I don't drive.
About it is right. I'm not driving as much, but what I am is in the house a lot more.
Right.
Which means that my bills are going up, and I'll be goddamned if what a motherfucker does over there affects my fucking bill.
Right. No, absolutely. I mean,
I want lordship then, how they do in England. Give me a plot of land over there or something if I'm paying all this extra money on a fucking gas bill.
I don't know that they care that our energy prices are going up. I don't know that that a lordship would cut those prices.
Do something here to drive theirs up.
How can we drive up Russia's energy prices? You know what we do? Damn. You know what we do? We start talking back to the bots and distract them. we get
them busy and they have to make more bots.
We build a bot to talk to their bots. Watch their computer processing power double and have to need to go drive up their energy prices.
Listen, something, damn, man, I don't like that. That shit just rubbed me wrong. I said, just.
What are we supposed to do? I mean, it is what it is. Like, there's always some global factor when it comes to energy prices, and usually it's just collusion between the oil providers. So, And I'm trying to figure out like what are we getting from Russia that is driving up our energy? Like because they control the pipelines, I guess.
They better collude with somebody else.
Right.
God damn, man.
I mean, solar's the thing.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Well, you can't scroll through TikTok or Facebook or anything without getting an ad for solar panels. And I'm like, the next time this place needs a roof, I'm on a corner lot right next to the freeway. Let's see what we can do. That
might be interesting.
I mean, supposedly in a lot of cases, it does end up paying for itself and like basically they're paying you for the excess energy. So I don't know if that's true in every case, but I mean, if you're in a spot where you get direct sunlight pretty much all day, why not?
All right.
So, I mean, it's worth investigating. We'll see.
Give a big solar middle finger to Russia.
Right. Flipping Russia off with solar panels.
Listen.
That's how, well, I mean, that was the running joke with the, when they were going to replace the towers at one point, was it was going to be 5 buildings and an extra long one in the middle. Put some solar panels on that bitch.
They keep the energy and charge us the same shit.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. So.
But that was my end, right? What you got?
I mean, I really didn't have any this week. I was burned out on work and it's just too much.
I feel like I had another one, but I can't remember it. They really just come,
No, I get it. That's the whole point. It's supposed to be our inadvertence. And when you have to think about it too much, it's not an inadvertent anymore.
Right. But I feel like I did have another one. That was just the first one. That was recent on my mind.
Yeah. No, that one did pop up.
Man, that shit drove me crazy. Just the title. I was like, I just can't.
I can't even. Tapping out. Speaking of tapping out, told you Malcolm wasn't going to show. I'm sure he's out there.
Listen.
Come at me, bro.
With his
yellow
headache.
Skin motherfucker. Oh, we love him. Hope you feel better, Malcolm.
Ain't nothing wrong with Malcolm.
I mean, except
Malcolm
Malcolm.
Tired. Malcolm tired from driving.
Is that what he's in Indy?
That's what it is.
Gotcha.
Well, do it. So then let's hop into it, right? Because I need.
All right, so you need background. Which one are we hopping into?
We're hopping into the article that you sent me.
Okay, so Venus versus Mars and colonization and how that would look different. I will tell you, I read about a quarter of that article, which is about the same shit you pull. So
3/4 of it.
You probably
that
got
was a
more
long
of a gist.
fucking article.
It was. So for anybody that's interested, Mashable has an article up right now that talks about the pros and cons of colonizing Venus versus colonizing Mars. And the big difference is obviously Venus, not something you can live on the surface, not something that you can kind of plant roots on, but could we build like a cloud city? And of course, Cloud City, I was immediately like, you should live among us in the stars. Let's see if I got Colt 45 goes down smooth every time.
Oh, that's
that's Billy D, baby.
Billy D. Williams.
That's Billy D.
Yeah.
Why? What have we here?
Who is he? He was
He's talking to Princess Leia. He's Lando.
Lando Calrissian.
Yep. Lando Calrissian.
He even had a space nigga name, didn't he?
He did, and he had a cape.
That's crazy. But see, okay, and that's what I guess I need understanding is what, like, okay. Okay, so let me backtrack because I got too many questions.
Okay.
So let me try to put them in order.
All right, I'm listening.
Now, I'm not familiar, right? Like, what would prevent us from living on the surface of, but allow us to live above?
I think it's the fact that isn't Venus it's not fully gas, I don't think. So that's a good question. But I do think it's because the atmosphere is much more toxic, etc. So even if either way, I think it's more dangerous. But now you've got me like wanting to double check. Are we talking? Is Venus I don't think Venus is a gas planet.
Because what they were saying is that, like, basically in the article, is that just to travel to Mars, the radiation that we would be subject to would like double the chances of cancer in everybody that took the trip. Like they were saying that even if you made it there, just being in the atmosphere with all that radioactivity is going to affect you, whether whether you were in a ship or not. You know what I mean? Like it sounded like you needed to be in a suit even on the ship type shit, or be subject to that. So my whole thing is, why would you pick, like they said, why would you pick that planet if you have, see, I guess this is where I feel like I'm jumping ahead of myself, right?
Yeah, because what they're saying is that Venus's atmosphere is actually more protective against the sun and the radiation than Mars is, right? So,
right.
And I think what they're also saying is that because of the density of the atmosphere, you wouldn't need kind of like explosive type levitation. You could actually use like oxygen and nitrogen, which isn't quite as combustible in terms of like if you were going to have something float, like a balloon or a Zeppelin or something to that effect.
Now, that's what I was about to say when I say I may be jumping ahead of myself, because immediately I think that even though all that bullshit is on Mars, they have to be choosing that they went that way for a reason, right? Because sure, you can put a bubble up there, but what happens if that bubble busts?
Right. So,
like what happened?
No, I'm with you.
It's not like it's just Earth to where we'd be able to breathe in now, even without the bubble.
Well, I mean, you're still going to have that same issue on Mars right now, too. So, like, from that perspective, whether it pierces, a whatever that's floating, or pierces a, plastic-built building on Mars, it's still going to be the same issue. And I think the theory is that
at that point, I'm sorry, what were you about to say?
No, I think the theory is that the atmospheric density and the protection from radiation is better on Venus, even though it's closer to the sun.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Now, that's the thing, is it's like, so what do you choose? Do you choose that the bubble won't pop?
Right. Right. So what are your options? And I would think that repairs would be easier if you're grounded, right?
Right.
No, I'm with you.
And if the bubble pops, I would imagine you would, with all that weight in there, because they were talking about the bubble can hold up to, I think they said 100,000 tons or something like that.
Yeah.
So if you have 100,000 tons in said bubble and the bubble pops, I would imagine you would lose altitude.
True. Like,
and I would imagine
leaking, you're going to sink.
Eventually that's going to pull you below Venus's clouds where you so-called can't be. So there's a potential chance, at least with the way I see it in my head, that you could live a longer life on Mars than you could on Venus, even though Venus is more ideal.
Well, and I think too, for one reason or another, they think that Venus's atmosphere is actually probably more likely to sustain life. So maybe there is other sources of whether it's energy, whether it's, being able to mine maybe carbon dioxide or O2 from below the surface or some sort of filtration system. Maybe that's the rationale behind it, is that Mars just doesn't have enough of an atmosphere to keep basically gases in. It's kind of a dead rock, where Venus does. And so maybe there's either some view of probably not to the level of planetary terraforming, where you basically transform the atmosphere or whatever. But maybe there is something to be said for they could build some kind of filtration system that you don't have to continuously supply something from Earth. And maybe that's the rationale behind it, because anything that you have to put in place on Mars, you have to bring from Earth. And I think that includes oxygen supplies and those kind of things. Although now I'm trying to remember The Martian, which I know isn't a real movie, but didn't he have
they
O2
referenced
tanks
it in
and stuff?
that article.
Yeah, they did.
I didn't I didn't watch that. The Matt Damon joint.
Yeah, there's a good flick. You should check it out.
I saw a piece of it, I believe, but I didn't. Yeah, no.
I think the other reason why this came up was because we know more about a lot of the other planets in our solar system than we do Venus, because what way do we send our probes most often? We send them out so that they can get Mars, and then they can hit, Saturn, Jupiter.
Right. Yeah, it
Neptune,
to really make
Uranus.
sense to send them towards the sun.
Right. Not until we start launching the garbage scows into the sun to get rid of all the trash on our planet.
Listen. That's the issue. And then that's another thing that I think about too, right? Is what are these bubbles made out of?
Right. And I think they said they would fill them with O2 and nitrogen.
But what is the shell of the bubble, right? Because we don't possess a material that I would imagine currently possess a material that I would imagine that would be able to hold all that and sustain impact. The debris of the atmosphere. You don't know that the small, fast moving space dust may not penetrate that.
Well, I think the funny thing about the article is they continue to just mention how little we actually know about Venus. So maybe this is more about propositioning, maybe we should learn more about it, because I think what they said was that almost all suns that are comparable to our suns have a planet in the Venus zone. There's not a ton of suns like ours that have a planet in the Earth or Mars zone. So if you're starting to think about future colonization and getting out of our solar system, then yeah, you want to understand how far away and those different zones and what the climates are in general. But I think that there's something to be said for, hey, we've spent all this energy kind of looking outward when maybe we could have looked inward. And when I think about it too, Cliff, I think about it from the terms of, we've talked about it on the show, a Dyson sphere. Where are you better going to be able to harness solar energy? Definitely on Venus. And maybe that's part of the play here too, is that even though the atmosphere protects from radiation, maybe we still think that we can better harness solar energy in a place like that. That's closer to the sun, that has a more circular orbit, and that doesn't stray as far from the sun as even Earth does, because of Earth's elliptical orbit. There are points where, I wonder if that's part of it too, because if you're looking at it from an energy source and an energy consumption standpoint, you're starting to talk Dyson sphere, and you're closer to the sun, building something that can harness the energy of the sun.
So what do those experiments look like?
I mean, honestly, we probably don't see them in our lifetime. What we'll probably see in our lifetime is some kind of probe or rover or something like that makes it there. And maybe it's a drone. Maybe we drop off a couple drones that are scientific in nature and just fly them around the planet. But what would you rather? Would you rather live in a cloud city or a dusty rock?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I
know how you feel about big open spaces, so I figured you were more one to be on the ground.
They say men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
That's true. They do say that.
I don't know if I would want to be on
where the So because men are from Mars, women are from Venus, you want to be on Mars? Is that what it is? I mean, let's stop talking about Mars and Venus and let's focus on the moon, right? Like the moon is attainable. We could put shit on the moon today if we wanted.
But
where's Luna 1?
There?
Probably just as well as we could on Mars. Same constraints.
But there's no water.
No water on Mars either. I mean, they've found like evidence of water, but we haven't found a water source on Mars.
Right.
I mean, chances are if there's water on Mars, it's so far below the surface that it's probably cheaper to bring water from Earth.
Right.
Or we got to go the Total Recall route and melt the Martian core so that it releases all the water into the atmosphere so it has an atmosphere again.
Listen, now you lost me.
See, that was the plot of Total Recall. Arnold.
I remember that. That was when the thing popped out his chest.
Mm-hmm. Quado.
Mm-hmm. That used to scare me. That used to scare me as a kid. I remember that part specifically.
The part that got me was when Benny when the black taxi driver takes off his hand and he's got the alien hand or the mutated hand. And then he tries to kill Arnold, and Arnold runs him over with the drill. Screw you, Benny.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that gets you that brings up an advert. What's your favorite Arnold movie? You a fan of Schwarzenegger movies?
I'm not a fan of Schwarzenegger. Like I know that people hate on him. You know, true. I'm not that guy, but. He's not my number one. No,
I don't think he's actually anybody's number one, but
well, I mean,
these
like
days.
Categorically, like if you put him like as an 90s action hero, he's up there. You know?
It's him, it's Sly, it's who else?
Bruce,
fair.
I don't even really, I guess you could put Mel up there, but I don't really count him like that.
He wasn't so much action as he was, I mean, I guess with the Lethal Weapon stuff, he kind of was. Right. I think when I think about Mel Gibson, other than his current troubles, I think more about like Braveheart and Patriot. Like The Patriot. Like those two movies, when I think of Mel Gibson, those are the movies that come to mind. I love The Patriot. When they burn them all alive in the church, whoo, buddy, gets me every time.
I loved The Patriot.
Yeah. I mean, The Patriot's a good movie. Not as good as Braveheart, but it's up there.
I like Braveheart too. That is interesting.
I mean, it gives us
it's a tough.
Yeah, it gives us one of the greatest movie speeches of all time.
Before he goes to war.
Right. Yep.
I
am William Wallace.
I liked him.
William Wallace is 7 foot tall. I
like the end when he got put on the table.
Where he got racked on the table. Nah, man, that speech is classic. I am William Wallace. William Wallace is 7 foot tall. Aye, and if he were here, he'd consume the English with balls of fire from his eyes and lightning bolts from his arse.
Listen.
Oh, man.
I don't know, though.
What are you doing? I'm going to pick a fight.
I will have to watch them back to back to see which one.
All right, that's our topic next week. Close. You heard it here. That's our topic next week. We're going to debate the merits of Braveheart versus the Patriot.
I have to watch both of them.
I think they're both available on Netflix right now.
Are they?
I know Braveheart is. I can't remember if Patriot. I think the Patriot is too.
Okay. Well, yeah, we can do that then. That might have to be.
So we can argue the merits. Do you want to defend the Patriot? I'll defend Braveheart, or do you want to watch them first?
Yeah, let's watch them first.
All right.
But no, I said the Patriot so far. I'll do that. I'll go with that.
All right, we'll argue this next week for our dozens and dozens of fans.
I love the Patriot though.
So we got Don out in the chat. He said, "Hey guys,
my guy Don.
The moon gave me COVID. That's why I'm in quarantine. No.
Moon.
I have determined that COVID is sexually transmitted, so.
Oh, Don said
way to get some, baby.
Don, you stop it.
Oh, we do have Amanda out in the chat chiming in on Arnold movies with Kindergarten Cop. We're going to play a game.
I like Kindergarten Cop.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
I like Cop and a Half more.
You like Cop and a Half more? That's what? Mm-hmm. Is that Burt Reynolds?
Yeah, Burt Reynolds.
Okay.
No, Burt Reynolds.
I think, isn't it? I'm blanking, but I know the movie. I think it's Burt Reynolds. I don't know.
I think so too. I can't remember. But I liked the Arnold movies. I liked it was cheesy, but I like Last Action Hero a little bit.
You know what? I just watched that movie the other day. That's up there. Like, it's better than...
Yeah, I liked it.
It's cheesy as fuck, but it's relatively solid. And you know the other one that always comes to mind when you're talking Arnold?
What?
Is Arnold and Tom Arnold in True Lies. With Jamie Lee Curtis, where Jamie Lee Curtis is doing the striptease and he's playing the tape. No. Do it like this. Do it slower. And then he rewinds it. No.
I forgot all about that.
True Lies may be the greatest action film of the 90s. Because it's just so over the top.
It's so over the top. Something. Now you starting something. Greatest over the top action movie from the 90s.
Yeah, what do you got? What's better than True Lies? I mean, they've got the Arabians or the Arabs that are there as terrorists with the fucking nuclear bomb in the Florida Keys, which gives you one of the greatest like explosion scenes where they're driving across the bridges to the Keys. Who else is in that? That's
I'm blanking.
Is it Eliza Dushku that plays the daughter? Somebody famous plays the daughter. And it's
I don't know nothing about no Dushkus.
And it's well before she like kind of blew up big. Doing the tango. When they're doing the tango. He's doing it. And the best is the end of that movie where like him and Jamie Lee are together and they're doing the spy thing together. And they start doing the tango at the end. And Tom Arnold's in the van like, guys, what are you doing? Guys, you know what? Next time you stay in the van.
Right. I haven't seen that movie in so long.
That's one to rewatch.
I'm blanking. I feel like I got a Trump card in my pocket and I can't think of it. It was so many action movies in the 90s that True Lies can't be the best.
Nope, it's up there. Definitely top 5.
It might be up there.
I mean, give me a counter argument. I mean, I guess you did have Terminator 2 in the 90s. That was up there as far as Arnold goes, but you're not at that point you weren't a big sci-fi guy.
We're talking about Arnold specifically.
No. I mean, for True Lies across everything.
Across the board.
True Lies might be Arnold's best movie too, but Jingle All the Way is pretty solid. Right.
Oh, I love Jingle All the Way.
You would.
Oh, I fucking love Jingle All the Way.
What is that, Turbo Man? Is that what the toy was?
I think so. With Danny DeVito. Man, I fucking love Jingle All the Way.
You know what else I love in terms of Arnold? Twins. What? Not twins, Junior. It's my baby.
Where he was pregnant or something like that? Nah, G, I couldn't.
That was another Arnold and Danny DeVito movie.
That was too soon. It was before its time.
It was. That movie would be a hit today.
It just threw me. I remember seeing what's it called? And it threw me. The poster of it or whatever, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, Arnold on the poster, pregnant.
That was too soon.
I mean, if you got a better action movie in the 90s than True Lies out in the chat, feel free to chime in.
Yeah, please do. I'm trying to think.
I mean, you do have the majority of the Lethal Weapons, but I don't think Lethal Weapon holds a candle to True Lies. Because it's almost too real. It's almost too gritty. Like, yeah, you've got Riggs and he's nuts. But like I mean, unless you're going to talk, I don't know that I classify Braveheart and The Patriot as action movies. Those are more dramas.
No. I'm thinking more like shoot 'em ups and shit.
All right, I got another one for you that's up there.
What? Say it. It might spark my.
We will not go quietly into this night. We will not go out without a fight. We're gonna fight on. Today we celebrate.
That's
our
Independence Day. Yeah, I guess that was the 90s.
It certainly was.
I don't know. I mean, it was action.
It's definitely action, and it's in.
But I don't know if
but it's a little too sci-fi. Does it go sci-fi?
Yeah, I think I put it more sci-fi than I do. That was a good throw out though. But I think I put that more sci-fi.
Yeah, it's more and it kind of falls in with True Lies from the action comedy standpoint. So that's why it came to mind.
Right.
I mean, you've got Die Hard, but again, like almost too real, too gritty. I don't know, man. True Lies is up there, and I don't see you getting any help. Right. I don't see you getting any help in the chat. So True Lies, going once, going twice.
You might got that. You got that.
I'm gonna take credit for it.
Nothing sparking my my thought.
Oh man. All right, so True Lies is the best action movie of the 90s. We've settled that. Fight me. Did we settle on the best Arnold movie, though? I mean, is it True Lies? It might have to be.
I think Jingle All the Way.
Cliff's vote is Jingle All the Way? All right. Write it down.
Jingles. I'm going Jingles for Arnold.
I mean, Kindergarten Cop's up there, and especially when my ex was a kindergarten teacher, I used to watch that shit like 2 or 3 times a year. Girls have a penis, or boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Fucking Kindergarten Cop.
And he's sitting there, like, he's got the girls up on the table, and he's looking up, like, little boy, what are you doing? Get back to the carpet.
Nah. Fuck that Kindergarten Cop. I'm Team Cop and a Half all day.
I mean, that's another good, like, I don't know, another good view of, like, action comedies. Like, those are things that I put.
What?
Like Cop and a Half, Kindergarten Cop. I mean, again, I think True Lies kind of falls into that view. I don't know. I'm trying to think of
that
like
one that they had on Netflix. I kind of liked it.
Red Notice.
No. Coffee and
I don't know if I know that one.
Coffee and what's the little black boy's name? Coffee and Kareem or something like that. It's the dude from
So you said Coffee and Kareem?
I think that's it exactly. Coffee and Kareem. It's the dude from
now you've got my interest.
It's the dude from Meet the Fockers. What's the one where he was smuggling drugs with Jennifer Aniston?
Meet the Millers.
We Are the Millers.
We Are the Millers.
It was the dude who was the guy, the kingpin that made him go to Mexico, the drug dealer, the nerdy dude. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I can't think of his name either.
He's a cop, and it's a little black boy with dreads who I guess like seen what happened or something, and they end up like partnering up type shit.
Gotcha.
It's a good movie.
Hey man,
I liked it.
And that's a Netflix original?
Yeah, but it's a little more adult than Kindergarten Cop or Cop and a Half.
Yeah. Well, and to be clear, like when you put kids in adult situations, that shit's always funny to me too.
Listen.
Role models might be one of the better comedies, underrated comedies of this decade or the last decade.
Right.
The 2010s.
And that little motherfucker was 18 when he did it.
What? The kid? The black kid?
The black dude? Uh-huh. No, he wasn't. He wasn't that old.
There's no way he was 18.
But I'm saying he was a lot older than he looked.
That I believe.
like in that movie, he was probably like 13, 14 type shit when he looked like he was 8, 9. We looked older than that, probably 10, 11.
Yeah.
Because you seen him on Wildin' Out. You know he was on Wildin' Out.
I did not.
Yeah, he's on Wildin' Out now. Well, he was before they,
I didn't even know Wildin' Out was still a thing.
Well, it's not anymore since Nick Cannon left. What's that?
Oh, is that
that owns everything?
Is it Viacom or MTV?
Viacom, or when he left Viacom, he's no longer. They actually tried to give it to DC Young Fly, and he said he wouldn't do it because that's not my place to step into something like that.
All right. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he was on there, and the whole reason why I say that is because he's the same height now. And I'm not no tall.
No, you're not
by no means. But listen, the God blessed him with money and an opportunity. He did not bless him.
Well,
listen, because he can't be any taller than 5'1".
Right. Well, and I think with Sean Williams, because it's Sean William Scott and Paul Rudd in that, right? And Role Models.
Who's Sean William? That's Stifler.
Stifler, I think.
Uh-huh.
And they're both relatively tall as far as actors go. So.
Really?
I think they're both 6 foot or right around.
I know Paul Rudd is a little taller. I didn't know Stifler was that.
Yeah, I think they both are. So again, it's all camera angles and camera tricks, but
right.
You got to have at least some difference to start with for those close-ups.
Yeah, you. The only reason that the only change he really made was facial hair. For real, that's for real.
I mean, I get it.
And that's ignorant coming from a guy like me, but listen, that's a little dude.
Well, good thing he's funny. What is it with you short guys and wanting to be funny? I mean, you, Kevin Hart,
I don't want
this
to be
kid.
funny. Listen,
it's
they want to be funny. They're pursuing the funny. I'm just being me, motherfucker. If I so happen to be funny, then that's how it is.
We did talk about you going on stage at some point, maybe doing a set, writing something.
I would do it.
Whatever happened with that dream? You think you can come up with a tight 5?
5 minutes?
Maybe a tight 10?
I could definitely.
Yeah.
I could do 5 for sure. I'm not just going. Listen, I'm not the kind of guy that's just going to be like, I could do, somebody else's
half-hour
craft.
special,
like,
right.
no problem. But what I'm saying is, I run my mouth enough, and
you do run your mouth.
I know things to hit is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I feel like 5
You've got your
minutes,
beats.
Right. I feel like 5 minutes, I could kill that. 10 would either be probably a disaster or it would be
the greatest thing ever.
Right, just enough time because I get to riff off of the joke instead of going into the next material type shit. I feel like I understand the structure from like making songs.
Oh yeah, no doubt. There's definitely a lot of parody between it and music.
Right, and I do feel like I am naturally funny, so
I
have no problem saying the things that
are gonna offend or make you laugh.
Right. If I can make myself laugh for 10 minutes on stage, that's a win for me. I don't care if they were booing the shit out of me. I'd be like, that was a hit, wasn't it? You killed that shit.
Flip you the hit maker. Love it.
I would be on stage laughing for half my set.
I mean, we've listened back to the podcast. That's pretty much how I make it through. So
listen.
Sometimes you have to laugh at yourself or at your own jokes.
I do.
So
I make my jokes for me, not nobody
right.
else.
My comedy is for me.
Nobody laugh.
I find it hilarious.
Listen. Hell yeah.
Just hitting back to the chat real quick. Don chiming in. He's saying he's doing AAU next month and he's been playing with college players to practice and get ready. He said he's going to be playing for the Panhandler Rockets.
The Panhandler Rocket.
But then he came back and said Panhandle. But Panhandler's funny. Out there just asking for $1 on the court.
Listen, Don must have hit a growth spurt on us.
Oh man, I was about to say, has he been around Hit the Showers at all lately? I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he's commented on a couple of episodes.
Okay, all right. He doesn't hasn't. Well, and you know what? Because I don't run that show, I don't pay attention to the chat. So I don't
even know if we have a chat bar on that show.
Well, and
like
honestly,
on the screen itself.
I think you do, but we might have to double check and make sure it's at the right layer because it may have gotten lost.
Right.
Because we did revamp that whole look and feel a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, my next project is recutting our video, so I'm gonna get on that.
Oh yeah,
we're due.
I mean, you know.
So we'll work on that. Man, trying to think if we had anything else to riff off of with that. You watching anything? Anything new pop up last couple weeks?
Anything new? No, not really. You know, I actually was looking through Netflix and shit, and I can't lie. Like, I felt like I don't even want this shit anymore.
I'm kind of with you. Like, Ozark came back. So that's been
right.
It's been that and like Boba Fett. That's pretty much what I've been watching.
I'm not really a fan of Ozarks though.
Yeah, I know. Although I will say last season, so spoiler alert for anybody who doesn't.
That's what Ashley was telling me. Go ahead though.
But spoiler alert for last season, it ended in kind of a brutal way. The cartel basically offed the lawyer who was trying to take over basically the operation overall because the two main characters, the husband and wife, were like, she needs to go, and they're walking from the car like into the cartel's palace, and he just boom, her brains splatter over both of them, and that's how the season ended I guess 2 years ago now. And the new season, I mean, I'm like 3 episodes in, it's solid. I'm curious to see where it goes, but there's a whole bunch of different power plays going on. Like the head of the cartel's nephew or some shit's basically trying to run him out. The head of the cartel is trying to become like a legit business person and wants to immigrate. And there's just they're
getting into the game deeper, so they like, nah, motherfucker, let's keep moving. And right. Ashley been telling me it's getting to the point where they're becoming the ones. And I get that. That's how it always is. That's how Breaking Bad was. But that doesn't really mean that that's going to win me over. Like, oh, I loved Weeds, though.
Weeds was my joint, man.
I did love Weeds.
And that show was great because I think it wasn't 30-minute episodes. It wasn't even like full hour episodes. But it was like 30-minute episodes. You could watch 3 or 4 a clip and be like, all right, that was satisfying. And it had the right amount of like humor. The shit was funny. Like,
yeah. I loved Weeds, man. I don't even know if I finished that.
It might be worth going back and finding.
There's a blue one and a green one and a yellow one. And they're all made out of ticky-tacky and they're all built just the same.
I forgot that was the theme song. Well done.
That's my shit, baby. And I kind of liked her on the low. I ain't even gonna stunt. She had no ass, no nothing. But listen, it was something about her that I kind of like.
There's something to be said for personality. You know?
But even that was like.
She was too generic. She was too generic white girl.
I don't know what it is, but there was just something about her.
I mean, I'm not mad at you.
And she had a Michael Jackson nose.
She did. I'll give you that. What is it? Her brother? Her brother is one of the funnier parts of the show.
Man, listen. And I liked Ethan.
Uh-huh.
The youngest. Listen, he was a dog. Didn't even know it. Was just sitting back, soaking it all in. Like, I got all this.
I think
I'll change your weed game. I'll change this.
Right.
I'll get rid of her. She's a problem. Yeah, she's out of here. And I'm a minor. I know what I'm doing. Well, I was like, God damn, he's a dog.
And the thing is with Weeds, and actually Ozark's kind of gotten there too. Like the kids are involved. Like
I didn't even know they had kids.
Yeah, so there's an older girl and the son is like.
I do like when the kids get involved for some reason. I don't know why that is, and that might not be good.
It's probably not for the best. But the son is kind of,
it's more interesting.
The son's starting to turn on the parents, and he's helping basically another rival that kind of spun out. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where it goes because like he keeps talking about how they killed the mom's brother. He's like, "What's gonna happen? You gonna kill me?" And then he goes and does this shit like, little fella, you asking for trouble because your parents might not kill you. The cartel might though.
Right. Listen.
Plus,
they may call the meeting and say, "That's my child. I don't want anything to happen to him, little motherfucker." If you catch my drift, we love him to death, but we don't.
Sometimes this motherfucker drive me crazy.
Listen.
And then Boba Fett finally had 2 good back-to-back episodes. So
I'm actually, that's what I'll probably do, to be honest. But see, I can't do it to the community.
No.
I'm the community Netflix at the moment, so I can't shut the community down.
You can't shut the community Netflix down, so.
But I was thinking I would cancel the Netflix and get the Disney Plus.
Well, I told you I would give you a password to Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, I might have to take you up on that offer, just to see, because I mean it's not like it's not a lot, but
and like if you're watching like Mandalorian and Boba Fett, the episodes are like 20 to 40 minutes. You get through both seasons quick.
Yeah, see, and I'm a binger.
Right. You can get through a half a season in a night easy.
Right.
At least.
And it's only how many episodes of Boba Fett? 3?
I think we just had episode 4. We either just had 4 or 5.
Or I mean seasons.
So Mandalorian has 2. Boba Fett only has 1 season.
That's what I'm thinking of. Mandalorian. I'm getting the two of them confused.
And they definitely play together. So like,
right.
Boba Fett is kind of like season 2.5 of Mandalorian.
Right.
Kind of a side quest.
Yeah, I would definitely. I would definitely watch for those. I don't know what else would be on there that would interest me.
I think Loki
might look into that. Yeah, I was about to say Loki might, but that what was that? Hawk and Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I think you will think that that's too preachy.
You would think I would know the black one.
Yeah, but I think you think that would be.
Winter Soldier was the one that always kind of got my attention, even when that movie came out. What was that? Captain America.
Yep.
I don't even think I watched the whole thing, but I just like seeing him fight.
Yeah. With the metal arm.
I liked his. I liked his. I don't know. I liked his whole jump off.
Nah, I get it. So, I don't know. It's worth a watch.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely check it out.
Well, speaking of watches and worth a watch.
Yeah, so I was like, that's a good segue.
You like my segue there? Yeah, baby. The segue king.
Listen, that was a dirty segue right there, baby. You did that.
So our other topic for the night is wearable technology and like what do we want to see from wearable technology? And the reason this came up was, again, another article as I was scrolling. And basically the new thing isn't necessarily smartwatches, it's smart rings. But it's just, they're basically fitness trackers. So it's not like you're trying to answer a text or anything.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that. Well, I haven't seen it.
I was about to say, if you've seen it, you got me beat because I ain't.
No, I haven't seen it, but the podcast I listen to, they wear them, so they're always talking about them. Uh-huh.
And so
but it's not really anything that I would be interested in.
No, and I mean I'm kind of the same way with like the smartwatches and some of the fitness technology. Like, I can go get a step counter. Like, and trust me, I don't necessarily want to see what my heart rate and my blood pressure is
but
doing
the
throughout
rings
the day.
do. But the rings track everything. Like they track your sleep, your REM sleep, your like they tell you all that, like your recovery from and all that. They do a lot more than. It's almost like having a trainer on you. I get it. If you have the discipline to train yourself.
Right. No, I get that.
See, me, I'm more of the kind of guy that, and don't get me wrong, I fall very short a lot, but I'm more of the kind of guy that tries to, well, I mean, I know you know it. I try to do it all myself. Like, yeah. I don't want your assistance in telling me if I did or did not get a good night of sleep. I know if I
know whether or not I slept well.
Right. You know what I mean? I know if I didn't eat right or get enough movement in for a day, my body can feel that.
Yeah.
And the more I rely on this ring to tell me, the more out of tune I am with myself. And I feel like that's the whole digital, that's the point of the digital age, is to take you away from your natural feelings and let us tell you.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
We'll take that out of your hands. You don't have to worry about feeling things yourself. We'll tell you how. You don't know how I'm feeling.
Now, see, I've got a little bit different perspective on that just because of the whole, like, diabetes diagnosis, right? Like, if the thing can tell me what my glucose levels are, because I don't often, unless it's a major swing, I can't tell a difference.
Right.
So, like, stuff like that, I get. To your point on, like, the fitness side, if you've got the discipline, you can kind of figure out when you've had a good night's sleep.
I'm not saying I have the discipline either. I just know when I fucked up. Yeah. I know when I feel bad. I know when it's like, listen, you haven't been working out. You've been drinking too much beer. You haven't been eating the best. That's why you feel like this.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
And usually when I recognize that, that's when I get the overkick where it's like, okay, I'll eat salad for 2 weeks and start.
You overcompensate and and it becomes that's where you hit some of the pendulum swings versus just something stable. So maybe from that standpoint though, maybe that helps you build stability. Like you could do the same thing with like a meal plan app and not need the wearable tech. Now, what interests me when we're talking about wearable tech is, and I brought this up to you in the text, like what's my heads up display look like? I want the glasses that like overlay information.
Oh, I knew that's what you were getting at. That's why
what I want.
You said what. So I wrote down some things that.
Well, and I think even what we're talking about right now, I want when I open the fridge for my heads up display, my glasses to be like, don't eat that, you fat fuck.
See, no, I'm thinking more monetarily, like where it would tell you, like out of like you know, like the meals you're supposed to eat.
Okay.
Not the meals I make myself, because those are completely different things.
But looking at it and it being able to
and
give
be
you like
you have 2.5 days worth of food remaining in your fridge, because then that would wake me up to a different point, like where it'd be like, yeah, you can't, like you're making shit stretch. Like you need to eat right more so than
more frequently and
right.
I could see that. But
because my thing is I'll survive off of one something for the day and be like, I'm good.
Nah, I'm with you. Like all and recently especially because I've gotten to a point where it's a little bit laziness, just like I don't feel like cooking for myself. Like I'll buy a rotisserie chicken from Kroger and that's all I'll eat for 2 days.
Right.
That's it.
I mean, but that's even better than me. I'll throw 2 chicken patties in the oven and in the the toaster oven and eat just the sandwiches. Like that's all I ate today was 2 chicken patties and a Pop-Tart.
I'm with you. I mean, I
threw coffee this morning.
The other day I realized that I had thawed pork chops and it was 2 of them because they come in packs of 2. And I came across it while I was grabbing my morning Diet Pepsi because that's my caffeine. And I put them in the oven at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Man, I ate both those things for lunch, and that's all I ate that day. Like,
right? Yeah, that's it.
And but I do know, love like, the air fryer.
From a standpoint of that type of technology, it would at least give me a wake up. Like, you're not eating right. Like, like every time you open the fridge, I'm getting a wake up. Like, get your
get your ass to the grocery.
Right. Do so.
Go get your produce and quit relying on the frozen shit, the processed shit, whatever else.
What I've been doing is like I said, oh no, I didn't say it to you. I just been buying heads of lettuce.
Yeah.
And I'll get a big like Tupperware container and I'll cut it up and put like my carrots and bullshit in there and like make a big ass salad. And I'll pull out of it like throughout like the next 3 to 4 days.
See, I need to do that. That's kind of where I've got to get. And I was better about
my lunches and shit sometimes,
Well, and I used to be really good about like Sunday nights. I would make up like 2 or 3 different versions of salad, put them in containers, and just that's what I would pull out of the fridge and take it to work. And now I just don't eat.
Right.
And I need to eat something, and then
when you start eating, you realize how much more expensive it gets. Like, right. Damn, I gotta keep more food than that I do right now.
Right. Well, or you get into the other side, which is usually my problem. Like, I don't eat much kind of all week unless I'm out with somebody or out doing something. And then Friday night comes along with Andrew and we do our pizza Friday nights and I eat like half or 3/4 of a large pizza. Like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, I can't order shit like that, like pizza and shit. Karma usually doesn't like it anyway.
No. See, Andrew would eat pizza every day if he could.
Nah, she's not a big pizza eater.
But I will say he also is pretty good with like fruits. He's usually
that's
pretty big
my baby, but she is a weirdo. She's a weird one. She's a weirdo.
So what else do you want to see in heads-up displays? What else you thinking?
So I would like it to be like the FBI cameras, kind of the conversation we talked about last episode. Like, I want to know if somebody's carrying a gun. I want to know if this is I'm not trying to run a background check on everybody that comes across my eyesight, but you know what I mean? Like, where like your cameras can recognize the conversation and pop up information like, well, there, like, recognize who you're speaking with. I wanted to be able to recognize facial tics that I'm not catching on to.
Like 75% chance this person's lying to you.
Right, exactly.
Or this person is straight up bullshitting you.
Right, shit like that. Like, I want to know if your drawers are dirty. What's the bottom of your socks look like? Can my camera tell you he got dirty socks on and black Air Forces? You may want to get away from this motherfucker. Or cock the strap. One of the two.
I see, and given my current state, what information about women can it give me?
About women?
Yep.
She has dirty socks.
She's ovulating. Stay away.
Listen.
She's on her period. Be extra nice.
Nah, what's even more gangster? What would be even more gangster about it is if you could have it like in your regular old glasses.
Uh-huh.
And nobody can see that those were, and it would just be on your side of the lenses.
Well, I mean, I think, isn't that the promise with glasses tech, is that it's secure because only your eyeballs can see it? Just put the contact in, man. I want the contact.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that people wouldn't be able to see the display on the opposite side of the, you know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying.
But if it was just like your regular reading glasses and you were talking to somebody and all
you're hitting them with winks, like
was the
that's how you scroll.
You're like, right? They think you got a ticket and shit. Next thing you know, your kid's dead.
You gotta look up and down to scroll. And they think you're checking them out.
That's crazy.
I'm trying to think what are the other practical applications?
I'm trying to think practical.
Or impractical, I don't care.
Impractical, I want to be able to tap the frame of my glasses twice and it shoots a fucking laser beam out that can cut through metal.
Here's what I want. I want to be able, when I'm driving, to look at a license plate and for it to tell me what this person's driving record is. Like, has this person been rear-ended 3 times? Let me move over to the left.
But see, that's more so, like I said, running background checks type shit. But see, my whole thing is, even if that motherfucker been rear-ended or he's rear-ended motherfuckers, it's like most of the time you're not around them enough.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
Like, I've been on the road with people that you can visibly tell are drunk. And it's like, ooh, watch out, this motherfucker's drunk. That's the first thing you say in your mind, right? Yep. But you never change lanes or do anything. You just keep eyes on them, yep, knowing that they're drunk. No. Because chances are, I'm not going to be around you for long enough to have to worry about your actions.
Right. No, I don't disagree with that. But understanding how erratic a driver is, you know. It's funny. I had this conversation with Andrew the other day. I'm like, when you get to be driving, understand my fear isn't going to be about you. It's going to be about the other assholes on the road. And unfortunately, you don't have the experience early on in your driving to be able to recognize that kind of shit.
Do they still offer defensive driving classes?
I'm sure they do. Honestly, that's my only fear with like the automated driving. How well does it pick up on somebody being a dickhead?
Listen, you already know my distrust in people,
right?
Myself, shit. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I can't fuck up behind the wheel, but it's like that's what keeps you on alert.
Yeah,
knowing that I don't trust them. They could be the best driver in the world. That doesn't mean that they didn't drop their phone and they're not trying to pick it up right then at that point that I'm changing lanes. I'm not. I need to know that I'm good. I'm passing you.
Right.
What they say, that. 2-3 cars. Get the fuck. Because I can't afford no accidents and I don't know that you have insurance.
No doubt.
I'm still paying on this car. If you don't have insurance, I might go to jail. Right. You don't have what do you have in your pockets? What the fuck? Who's going to pay for my shit? I might go to jail. I can't do that.
Can't have it.
Defensive driving.
There classes. You go. That's our public service announcement from the...
Copy. The link will be in the
description. It'll be in the bottom somewhere. I don't know. There's some words. There's some hashtags. Listen. I don't fucking know. Oh man.
What else? I think do they already have? Can your AirPods translate on command?
I don't know, but I would think that that's not too far off. If it's, I mean, you could do it on your phone already, so I assume you could do that with like AirPods.
I'm just thinking like you shouldn't have to input or anything, just any language if you're directed at, like to where it can see that they're talking to you, not see, but
it can detect that the language is coming to you.
Then it should, whether it's Mandarin, Spanish, German, you know, it should automatically tell you like what they're saying.
What's this motherfucker saying about me?
Right, period.
Does it
maybe not even talking to you, but if you're standing in their direction to where that cone of
or sound, if it just picks up on it and it gives you the option, like tap once to translate.
Bang. Something like that. That would I feel like that would be interesting.
Well, it's getting towards Star Trek and the Universal Translator. I like it.
They already said that the glasses was supposed to give you directions.
Which makes sense. I mean, we have the GPS type technology today. You could translate that
right
to the screen.
But I don't know if they have the lenses, the holographic lenses.
No, but I'm imagining
working
that's
on
not
that.
I'm imagining that's not that far off. I mean,
right now,
go ahead.
Oh, my fault. I didn't mean to.
No,
I was just saying when I was at Verizon. How long ago was that?
Probably coming up on 5-10 years.
Yeah, I was probably at least. Yeah, you are. You might know me better than I know me. Shit. Because I think that's about 8-9 years.
Well, I knew you worked there with Malcolm, and Malcolm's only X years old. So
Right. But they would have like not ads and shit, but like link, like like it was a phone company, so it would have like there was I can't remember what it was. It was a wristband, and there was like ads and shit. And one of them was a link to the Google glasses that they were coming out with, and it was supposed to be like on your like dash, but holographic to where you could see like take a left here down so and so street, and it would show you. But that was how long ago?
Right, that was 5-10 years ago. So I'm sure the technology exists. It's just whether or not it ever became commercial or they were able to manufacture it cheap enough to make it worthwhile.
And these motherfuckers talking about going to Mars and Venus. You think I'm about to float with you above Venus? Oh, what? Man. Motherfucker, leave me here. I don't care if this bitch freeze over and it's another ice age. Leave me here. I'm not floating with y'all above Venus.
Nope, not doing it.
How many black folks is gonna be? I'm definitely not about to be one of the two fews in.
It's true. That's probably a white man or an Asia or a.
You hear what I'm saying? Next thing you know, I'm serving y'all freeze dried ice cream. I'm not doing it. It's not happening.
Do they have Dippin' Dots in space?
Listen, they'll have it then, and I'm not gonna be the guy trying to wrangle all those dots in anti-gravity.
What are your feelings on Dippin' Dots? My son's obsessed with them. Anytime we go somewhere with Dippin' Dots, he wants them. I'm like, they're not good. They're too cold.
They are too cold, but I understand.
I get they have to be, but
I understand the allure to a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say that every time I buy Karma Dippin' Dots, I don't buy myself a small.
I do too.
Just to try to like figure it out, like.
And then I regret it every time, like
it's just not the same. It's not the same as cookies and cream ice cream.
No.
If you're gonna get Dippin' Dots, the only reason you would get them is for the rainbow.
The rainbow?
Yeah, the rainbow flavor.
Oh, okay.
The one most of the kids
sherbet,
get, right? Because each dot is individually right.
I guess I could get behind that. Yeah.
But if you buy a regular flavor like what I
vanilla,
go with, it's like,
cream.
What's the point? Because now you just got extra cold
balls
of ice cream.
Now I just want to wait for them to melt together so I can have that ice cream.
Exactly.
Fuck the Dippin' Dots. All right. Let's see. I don't know. What you got?
Where were we?
I mean, we were still in the wearable tech, but I don't know. This week kicked my ass. So
you hold up.
What?
What time we at?
Hour 15, so it's early, but
oh yeah, well we good then. You always talked about the haptic suit.
That's true. And we've talked about the applications of that. Honestly,
that's what I was about to say. Mike don't want the haptic suit unless it come with the
fleshlight attachment.
Junction.
Right. I want the fleshlight
What's your
attachment.
function?
Can it give me a realistic blowjob? I might not leave the house.
Listen, for all that, I might buy a haptic.
I mean, the practical applications of like a haptic suit are interesting. Like, I think about it more in the lines of like doing, I don't know, repairs or really dangerous work where you can have robots do it, but you need almost like human tactile touch and feel. So maybe like manufacturing repair, car repair, that kind of stuff. Where
that's interesting.
Something that can maybe be a little more precise, but you need that almost human contact to be able to feel. And same thing with sex. Like, I don't want it to feel like a robot.
Or no, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't.
You would be the one that
I'd be hacking this shit. Like, all right, I need it to grip a little tighter. Focus more on the shaft, less on the head. Oh no, flip that.
Haptics. This isn't a fucking diagnostic check.
Well, that would be half the fun, is tweaking it to where you like it.
Listen, I'll have to be the guy to be like, Mike, come help me tweak this.
Or better yet, it has the Netflix play something new for me.
Right.
Not sure what to watch.
Nah, then when you ask it to tweak itself, it'll squeeze that motherfucker so tight it fly off like a bottle rocket.
I mean, but maybe it'd do something that I didn't know that I liked. I don't know.
I don't trust none of that. I lied to myself. I would get a sex doll before I ever got a robot. Fucking anything digital that. Nah, I'm cool. I told you I was worried about the coffee filters. You think true. I'm not worried about a motherfucking? And we talking about grip.
And you know they wouldn't make the haptic suits big enough for a black guy. Like, you'd have to order the Magnum XL haptic suit.
They'd fit.
They'd fit. They'd find a way. It adjusts accordingly.
But it wouldn't matter because it would be Gen 2 before they made it. Because motherfuckers would be able to afford it to be able to complain.
That's true.
My shit keeps ripping right here. The fucking arm goes out and the top doesn't move the same way anymore. Yeah.
No, the real power there is when you combine it like augmented reality, and I can watch a porn and feel exactly what the actor's feeling. That's what I thought the whole point of it would have been, right? Because you can't just have it by itself, because that's just a massage machine. Right.
I honestly think, like, no joke about it, I think if I was just in a machine and it was doing its thing, it wouldn't do anything for me.
I would have to have the visual stimulation.
Right. Otherwise, it would be like just You notice I put my hands on my hips every time. Listen.
I have found, that might be getting myself in trouble. I'll stop.
Yeah, don't do that. That's that Captain America, and I seem to put my that's how my hands go.
I'm just gonna say on that note, I found that when someone's into something, it's usually a combo of some things. And I've been reviving the Jason Momoa versus The Rock conversation.
Okay, I remember the conversation, but I'm lost.
No, I'll leave it alone. I am looking for though, theoreticals. So what are questions? What would be your like top 10 questions on a dating app? to figure out whether or not you vibe with this person beyond just what you swiped in terms of the physical?
That's interesting. That's a good fucking question, G.
Like, I want to come up with the top 10 list that, like, if the way they answer these questions, you will know for certain whether or not you're going to be interested in this person. And I like
that's a good fucking question.
I still like the Jason Momoa versus The Rock question. And they have to almost be like things that aren't obvious.
I don't know if that right. No, it would have to be things that aren't obvious.
So they don't know that they're being put through a real questionnaire.
I don't know
so
that
like either ors or yes nos.
It would be a lot of either ors. Hold up. Let's
who's funnier? Tina Fey or Amy Poehler?
See, that's where and just answering that question would be a ant for me.
I was looking for a C, none of the above. All right.
Don't get me wrong. I love my Tina Fey. Don't play with me, but just answering that question, I'd be like, she's not for me.
So what else? What else could we ask? The one that pops up a lot is pineapple on pizza. That one shows up a fair amount.
Pineapple on pizza.
Yep.
Is that
I don't know what that translates to other than like your just personal view on the subject.
I don't know. I mean, I don't mind a pineapple on a pizza depending on what kind of pizza.
I kind of feel you on that. Like, it has to go with other toppings. You don't just put pineapple on like a pepperoni pizza. It doesn't work.
Right.
But if you're going Hawaiian pizza, that's the thing with pizza. And I can't remember if we've had that debate, but like pizza, for it to be considered a pizza,
anything on a pizza,
right? But it has to go with one another. It doesn't necessarily. That's why pizza is a phenomenal food.
Cheeseburger pizza,
and they got Philly steak pizza, and I love it. Or barbecue chicken pizza, I like that too. Or the flying buffalo with the buffalo chicken. And
I don't know that I've ever had a Philly
cheesesteak pizza.
Cheesesteak pizza.
Usually, it's some kind of like Alfredo with for the sauce, and then your Philly cheesesteak on top.
Right.
What else we got? We've already had the sex and beer question, so maybe that's a question. Is you ask them what type of beer do they like?
Yeah, I agree.
So we've got pineapple on pizza, type of beer, Momoa or The Rock. What else can we do?
This is first date question.
Well, this is like if you're swiping on an app and you match with somebody and you want to get that.
Oh, this is
like next level verification. What are your questionnaires to take it beyond just like, oh, we both swiped on the same picture?
Right.
Have you ever thought about a threesome?
We'll put that down.
Let's go ahead and write that down. All right, you got to come up with one or two for me.
All right, you're moving quick. Hold up.
I'll slow down.
Favorite condiment.
Okay. Is there more reason behind this? Or is this just like is this just
maybe?
We can't give away all of our secrets on the air, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying favorite condiment.
So
because I need to know, are you a ketchup
or a mustard or a mayo?
A ranch? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, I'm not about to take you nowhere and you put ketchup on a steak.
No
shit.
doubt. I was married to that. I was married to that for 7 years.
Now you ain't have to put business. But if you'd have asked what's your favorite condiment,
I never would have gotten in that situation in the first place.
Yes, you see what I'm saying? Listen, it all makes sense.
I do, it does.
Favorite condiment.
And you're writing all this down? Good. That means we can recap it at the end. All right. So, favorite condiment. That's a good one. Let's see.
Hold on, I'm still thinking too because you threw a lot out. But keep your mind going.
It's going.
But,
it's going.
I had another one other than a condiment. Last dream you remember.
Ooh, I like that one. Cause that gets you into their like subconscious psyche.
Right. And my whole thing is if you explain that bitch vivid as fuck, like you're not my type. I can't get with you. Something's wrong up there. Right? Nah, can't do it.
I did have someone once explain to me a dream around a dinosaur in a smoker's jacket in a library.
And I'm not saying that, listen, I'm not saying that's a deal breaker.
Right.
But that lets me know something about you.
Yeah.
You have a very vivid imagination beyond, you know what I'm saying?
Well, and in that regard,
could be a good or bad thing.
I was about to say, a good imagination may translate to other things pretty well.
It could translate to a lot of things pretty well.
It could.
But I don't know. I didn't write that, though.
You didn't write that one down? You didn't like that one?
You think?
I mean, how many are we at?
That would be 5.
All right, we got to get to 10, so I think we keep it for now, and maybe we bump it. I like this, pulling together a list on the air. Let's see. All right, here's one. And you could probably use a different example, but the same context because we've talked about we've talked about the archetypes here. Favorite Ninja Turtle. Because usually the favorite one is the one you identify with the most.
I'm with that. We could put that.
All right. By the way, I'm going to just hop on apps tonight and I'm going to go through these 10 questions.
Right. You may not be able to put them all on one profile, right?
No. This is after the match. So after you match with somebody, and I'm not saying I'm matching with anybody. But,
okay.
Right. So think about Tinder where it's basically just swiping on pictures, right? These are the 10 questions you ask to decide whether or not you want to meet up with this person.
Listen, I don't remember no goddamn dating that.
Well, that's why I'm trying to educate you. I'm trying to give you your toolkit to...
I was on Tinder for a little bit, but it wasn't really built for me.
Yeah, honestly, like, out of the 2 or 3 that I look at, it's the least quality out of all of them.
It wasn't really built for...
You and I can talk offline.
Right. But, okay, we had 6. I like favorite Ninja Turtle though.
Yeah, it's up there.
That says a lot, right? Because if you don't have a favorite Ninja Turtle, then that lets me know that you're very young.
Well, and even then, I don't know that that's the case because Ninja Turtles are still around. Like they've made a resurgence in the 2000s and the 2010s.
I guess that's right. I guess that's right. So you can't use it to gauge an age.
No.
So don't use turtles to gauge
verify ages.
Right. Ooh, hold up.
All right.
Hold up. Favorite cooking show.
Favorite cooking show?
Yeah.
I don't know that I could answer that question. Chopped, maybe? Chopped just because
that's a good one though. So Beat Bobby Flay, all the like Hell's Kitchen. Like
True.
But if you don't watch any cooking show,
yeah.
I'm good.
You don't need that?
Right. I'm good.
What if it's Rachel Ray?
I don't care how racist the show is. Wait, is she might not be the racist. Is she the right? She's not the racist one.
I don't think she's the racist one.
No, it's Paula Deen.
Paula Deen, yep. She's definitely the racist one.
Right. But you see what I'm saying, though? At least I know some cooking shows.
Yep, true.
if you don't know no cooking shows,
if you pick whatchamacallit on Netflix, what is it? Nailed It.
Yep, that's my daughter's favorite cooking show.
Is it? All right, I'll leave it alone then.
She can bake good.
Yeah.
So it's ironic that that's the show she likes. But I don't know about her cooking yet.
I feel like
we're gonna test that out.
I feel like Nailed It would be you're petty because you just want to watch people fail, but
and that's my daughter. That's my daughter now.
All right.
I think I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to test her out. She's about to next time she comes over, she cooking us dinner.
I mean,
I know she can cook though.
She got all sorts of like baking supplies and those kind of things from her favorite godfather. Like
she took them home, where she ain't gonna use them anyway.
Of course she did.
She ain't gonna use shit there. That's where mama and them cooking.
So what else we got? Oh,
we're still in the questions.
We are still.
What we say? Yeah, I'm putting that down there. You got to ask that.
Yeah, favorite cooking show. And I like that then rather than going kind of the generic reality angle, so that's good.
What say more? What's the generic reality?
Like asking the same question but like what's your favorite reality show? I don't need all that, but I like getting specific with cooking show.
That's a good question too, because if you say any of them, you're not my type.
You're not my type. These are all filter questions for Cliff. If they can answer the question and they don't proceed it with, I don't really watch any, questions. But
now that's the correct answer.
Right.
Now let's go. Now on to the next. What's your favorite cooking show? Now.
What about another either or?
Have you ever seen Hoarders? No, I'm just playing. Either or.
Like, is there a song we could do an either or with? Kind of like the Jason Momoa, The Rock question.
Songs are tough.
Yeah, because you got to hit the right genre, and yeah, it's got to be well known enough.
Unless you did something like Tupac Changes. You like that song or no?
There's only one answer there.
There's only one answer there.
And that's because the video was right after he was killed, wasn't it? If I remember correctly.
I think you are correct.
And it was like a bunch of still photo kind of deals.
Yeah, I think you are correct. But that's beyond that. That's, you know too much.
Yeah.
Do you like changes or not? Have you seen them? Have you seen them?
Maybe that's our question. Is Tupac still alive?
And if she answers, well, are we talking Tupac or Machiavelli? You better put a ring on that bitch.
Absolutely.
You say, I want your hand in marriage immediately, ma'am.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
You are stupid. I keep tripping over this damn. I'm not tripping. You know, I am tripping.
Typically, yeah.
You know? What was
so did we add that on? Did we add is Tupac still alive to the list? Or are we holding on that one?
Is Tupac / Machiavelli?
No, you don't say slash. You wait to see if they come up with Machiavelli on their own.
Okay. Is Tupac still alive? I'll take that. There's only one correct answer.
Now, are you writing the correct answers down as well?
Let me write for that one.
For that
that's
one. Does that get us to 8 or is that 7?
That's 8.
That's 8.
So 2
All right,
more.
So 2 more.
Yeah.
They got to be good ones.
They have to.
And subtlety's the key. Let's see.
You said either or.
Well, I was trying to come up with something, and that led us to the Tupac. So if you've got another idea for either or, I'm all for it.
Thongs or boy shorts?
Ooh. Okay. All right. I like that one. Now, what's your rationale? Are you keeping that to yourself? Thong, she's probably immature and not thinking long term. Boy shorts, that's my girl.
Well, I'm definitely a boy shorts fan.
Yeah. I'm not, no argument here. Although,
but I mean, I guess
thong,
it also depends on what you have.
Right. And it's, do you know your own body type well enough?
Right. Because I'm not saying that I wouldn't be impressed by a thong as well.
But
I'm gonna be honest, like your proportions have to be right, and I don't expect you to have like no dummy ass, but give you a little booty,
right?
You know, a little something,
I
a
agree.
little meat down there.
A little bit. You
can't just be wearing no thong, and that motherfucker can
you've got to
swing
have
back
enough.
And forth like a carnival ride.
No doubt, I agree with you there.
It has to stay in place with the little cheeks.
Right.
You just got little cheeks.
Little cheeks. Meanwhile, all I'm thinking about is I want a good cheek to hand ratio. Like I want it to feel good in my hand.
Well, see, it doesn't always, but I mean, you're not always going to be able to, like, it's not always going to be like, let me stop. Let me just all I'm saying is you better have curves somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you don't have enough ass, you have to at least have some sort of thigh meat, right? Because like you said,
I need something to grab onto.
Hand, right.
That cheek to hand ratio is just an important one for me.
And I agree. I
want it to have a little bounce when you're on top. No.
So we got one more because I am putting that down. Thongs or boy shorts.
All right.
I don't like that they call them boy shorts.
Yeah. It's probably because they look like boxer briefs to an extent.
Still don't like that they call them boy shorts, but that makes sense. All right, last one. Let's make it a good one.
What do you like to do more, cook or clean? And if she answers neither, get the fuck out. I've already dealt with this.
Well, I'm not listening to what you're saying, but
if she cooks, if she likes to cook, she's probably more creative, a little more free-spirited. If she likes to clean, she is a little more organized, structured, probably closer to type A.
Let's change that.
Okay.
Let's change that question and make it more palatable for a woman.
For a woman, that you're not just trying to find somebody barefoot pregnant in the kitchen.
Right.
I hear you. That's fair.
Let's say art or music.
I feel like those two are still like too much of the same coin.
I don't think so, because I feel like art lets me know that you're not as together. You know what I mean? You're a little more free you leave shit out type shit. Art, music, on the other hand, makes me feel like who cleans without it?
Yeah.
You know, like if you pick music, then I'm thinking.
I guess I'm also thinking about it from, I don't know. I feel like,
and that's not always the case.
I feel like the generic answer there is good. Like, I feel like I will get 90% more music than art.
Right, and you can still get a dirty bitch that picks music.
So I don't know if I like that one. I'm gonna reject that one.
That's a good. I respect your rejection.
But I do like the vein we're in, like kind of an either or to give you a little bit more in terms of the personality type.
That's a tough one.
That's why I said cook or clean, but I agree with you
that's a straight up question.
Yeah.
Right? That's not necessarily a question after a
Well,
swipe.
is it in how you frame it though? Is it how you frame it? Well,
how would you frame it better?
So would it be we all hate chores, but there are things that need to be done. Would you rather
You're not talking to
cook
Andrew.
or clean?
You're not talking to Andrew. This isn't a negotiation. This is a
I'm trying to think. What's another thing that could get us to something like that though? Like type A versus type B kind of look.
That's why I was thinking art or music, but that's weak.
Is there a sports thing maybe?
I don't think
because then again, you're like you may find somebody that's just not into sports.
I mean, you may be able to do like, but that's weak too. I was about to say you may be able to do like a run or pass type question.
Yeah.
And I would think that the run would be the more conservative, cleaner, well put together.
But I think that's
where
more
the
how
pass would be.
I think that's
more so. What's the word for it? Where you put shit off to the last minute and try to get it done.
Like kind of procrastination or something like that.
There it is, right there.
I feel like that's more how a man's mind would work, though.
Well, pass.
Yeah, run or pass.
Well, men always pass.
Right.
And I don't even mean that. And this is coming from
I'm sitting here like, run the ball.
This is coming from a running back. I played running back. But men always pass. Because why would I, if I can get the chunks of yardage, and I'm good at procrastinating and throwing the pass on 3rd and 10. I don't care what happens on 1st and 2nd.
What about something like nightclub or Netflix?
That's a good question. Now, what are you getting out of that? What are your...
Well, I mean, it's expectations, right? Like, if she's somebody that wants to be out and about, every night or every weekend, I don't know that's for me right now in my life. So that's what I get out of it.
Well, that depends on who you're going out with. Are you going out with your girls? Or are you expecting me to come with you?
True.
If you're going with your girls, then have a blast.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'm more of a Netflix kind of nigga. I'm not stepping out. I will, but not frequently.
Not regularly, yeah.
Right.
So maybe that's like on a typical Friday night, Netflix or nightclub.
I like that. That's a good one. I'll put that in the top parentheses. Typical. I'll just put tip fry.
There you go. All right, you gonna run these back?
All right, let's run them.
So these are the do fools agree key questions to ask when you match with somebody on Tinder.
Bang bang. Pineapple on pizza. That's the first. That's number one. I don't think you should do them in these particular order.
I agree. This is not this particular order. In no particular order.
What type of beer?
Yep.
And that stems from knowing what she's into.
So callback for those that have watched the show previously.
You explained them the beers. I'm about to take a piss. So and remember, stout is anal.
Stout is always anal. A stout is the you need to take it slow and enjoy it. So it translated to anal. The seltzers were the hand job of the alcohol community. Yeah, they're okay once in a while, and they're a good starting point, but that's not where you want to finish, and eventually you get sick of them. I think we said your lagers and your pilsners; those are your missionary. I'm gonna have to go back to the episode because I don't know that I remember all of this. What was it? Was it ciders? No, ciders weren't. I think ciders and seltzers we put together. Let's see. Oh, your malt liquor was your gangbangs because you're always going to regret it at the end of the night. Let's see. What else did we have? I'm trying to remember what blowjobs were. I don't remember what those were. And Cliff is purposely taking a long time on this to kind of keep me talking. So I'm trying to remember. Let's see. What else? Cliff. Yeah. Cliff. What were blowjobs? I can't remember what blowjobs were.
Blowjobs were seltzers.
No, seltzer hand jobs for seltzers.
Blowjobs were
weren't they one
Bud Lights?
Okay, all right, that's what it was.
Because they don't necessarily get you there by themselves, but they're always enjoyable when you have them.
That's true. There you go. So that gets us to that. All right, what else you got?
Oh, the
list.
So you wrapped them all up.
I did. I got them all.
Okay. Then we're have you ever thought of a threesome?
Yep. Ever thought of or engaged?
No, because engaged doesn't necessarily mean that you'll repeat.
True.
But thought of can also be two dudes.
That's true. But still, it shows a wild side, which I like. All right, next.
I'm not mad at you. Favorite condiment.
All right, and we didn't have any rationale there, just favorite condiment. But it was the whole ketchup on a steak thing.
Correct. That's involved. Next would be last dream you remember.
That was a good one. It's a subliminal question.
Right, and this is just to see if a bitch is crazy. A young lady's crazy. A young these are crazy. Next would be favorite Ninja Turtle.
It's a good one. Get you to personality archetypes.
Okay. But that don't mean that that's their archetype, right?
Oh, I think it is. I think your favorite one is usually the one you most relate to.
Or maybe you're
what
also
you're looking
thinking
for.
of it from a male perspective.
True.
Maybe from a female perspective, the favorite one is the one you're most comfortable with, right? Like Mikey's not intimidating, but he can still protect you.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Raphael's always gonna be getting into bullshit.
If you like Raphael, you probably like toxic men.
You probably got a ex or a baby dad that you might need might not need to go to her house without something on you. We've mostly been there. Next question. Favorite cooking show?
That was a good one.
If you can't name one, you don't need her. And I'm not saying that she has to cook. I'm just saying that she has to know how.
Show some interest in it. Yeah.
Right. Is Tupac still alive? Only one acceptable answer.
Are we talking Tupac or are we talking Machiavelli?
That's the only acceptable answer. Next, thongs or boy shorts?
That's good.
Thongs or the shorts?
Fair. All right.
Because they're not just for boys. They're for all of us. And I say that even meaning men. So would these be the proper terminology? Would it be?
I think the industry has already decided boy shorts. Sorry.
Well, boys they will be. Boys they will be. Nightclub or Netflix to round us all off?
There you
go. I think that's a good question to round us off with, too.
I agree. And you could even frame it in such a way like, oh, so you want to come over? Or, hey, you want to go out?
But you never know. If she answers Netflix, that could mean that box ran through.
That's fair. I'm not gonna argue. All right.
I'm saying.
Hey man, that was a solid list, and that was spun off of nothing. So well done, sir. Fools agree on our dating questionnaire.
Listen, that was you, baby.
Hey man, sometimes I come up with a good idea on the spot. It's not very often.
I just provide content. I'm just helping you out for your Tinder.
So here's what I need. I need you to text me a picture of that list, please. I'm gonna do some research and I'll bring it back to the show.
That's gonna be this motherfucker's application. He's gonna have applications for these.
Oh,
you already know I got you.
Well, sir, we're a few minutes shy of 2 hours, but we're right there. Got anything else you want to talk about?
Nothing immediate comes to mind.
All right, well then that sounds like a good show. You want anything to take us out, sir?
Love everybody, even if they like pineapple on their pizza.
And I think that's a great one to end on. So we did run a couple of ad campaigns. We got a fair amount of clicks. We'll see what that translates in towards the downloads. But in the meantime, if you are new to the channel or you're new to the podcast feed, go ahead and do us a favor. Like, share, subscribe. If you can find us, if you found us on YouTube, do us a favor. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, any of that. At the end of the day, it's again, trying to build the network, those kind of things. You can also find Cliff twice a week over on the Hit the Showers podcast. That's our sports show. And I've got conversations with Jeff. We'll be spinning up Mind and Body Understanding again here soon. So got a couple of big things happening on the network. Things are going well. And look forward to continuing to grow the audience and adding people to the Foolproof Army. All right. All that. And with that, peace out, fools.